check this out, guys. Very interesting story. Tom, I'm going to come to you with this one here. Walmart gains high-income shoppers as elevated prices persist. What?
Ooh.
Walmart, this is a Fox Business story. Walmart is gaining high-income shoppers as persistent inflation pressures household budgets, with CFO John David Rainey noting upper-income households continue to account for the majority of the share gains. The company saw 2/3 of the share gain in general merchandise from households earning more than $100,000 a year income to rich people, folks. With engagement increasing across all income groups, inflation, although down from a peak 9.1%, remains above the Federal Reserve's 2% target, impacting consumer behavior. April's inflation rate was 3.4%, slightly down from 3.5%. Rainey emphasized the company's shift from just offering value to focus on convenience, which he claims is valued irrespective of what your income level is, Tom.
So Walmart had a boomer quarter. And they said more than just this. What he was talking about here is that they are seeing upper income households that would be shopping at Whole Foods and places like that showing up in Walmart. And he says, we're trying to give them convenience. We're also trying to give them value. The other thing he said very specifically, he said, we are seeing consumers coming in and they conduct their surveys and they know their customers and they know what they buy. They know how often they're there because they have all the shopping data. They pointed out fast food having inflated prices is bringing more middle class back to Walmart for meals ready to eat, MRE, and for, lower cost fruits. Now, on one hand, it's probably better that you're not eating fast food and you're, going to Walmart to get something halfway fresh. But what's interesting about this, they are actually saying the same thing McDonald's said. McDonald's said, hey, the inflation was really hurt me. All the raw materials costs. McDonald's did not have a good quarter. And then McDonald's says, and brace yourself, second quarter will probably suck because we're going to be under the full impact of the $20 minimum wage in certain areas where we do business, like California. And so Walmart is basically like a weather vane right now for the greater economy and pointing to the impact that Bidenomics and the affordability crisis has had on Americans, where even high-income people, they're hit by car insurance, they're hit by inflation. They are now coming back down to Walmart for convenience and value and buying things. And people aren't going to fast food. They're coming back to Walmart, and as evidenced by McDonald's saying that it was a tough quarter. And so this is real, Pat. This is Walmart talking about things that are showing up as very real, and the true state of the American economy is showing up as people are shifting down to stores on the strata to buy their groceries and things. It's worse than people think. There's a, can we go to a real quick chart? That was from Wall Street Journal. Hey, Pat, you haven't seen this yet, I don't think. Back up one right there. Can the audience see this now? Okay, check this out, Pat. Change in household net worth since the start of presidency. If you do just the value, like a dollar for dollar, on the left, you can see Trump, they were up 40%. Biden, they were up about 18% since the beginning of the respective presidencies. But Pat, look at the chart on the right. When you adjust it for inflation, the Trump era brought America about a 29% increase in the net worth of households.
That is insane.
The Biden administration is sitting at zero.
Do you understand what this is, Vinny? So Tom, here's I got what you just showed, but you need to explain it to the average American, okay, that's watching this. Explain to Vinny what this means. Go forward.
So it means if you compare the two presidencies and look at where you were when each one started and where you were right now 3.5 years in, okay? Which one was better for me? Trump, you would have seen an increase in your net worth, maybe your 401k, your IRA, what you're able to save, total net worth of about 29%.
Okay.
29% increase.
So you were worth $200,000.
Okay.
Now you're worth $258,000.
Great.
29%.
Go Trump.
Correct. And under Biden, you have started, you are at zero.
Let's just say
at a percent.
So because that dip underneath the zero line, people went to the negatives.
Correct. It was your net income going
39%,
down.
not 29%. That's right under 40, right? Is what is shown with Trump. And now adjusted to inflation.
Yeah, adjusted to inflation.
So let's go through it. Let me try to explain it. Tom still is the Silicon Valley type of audience. So you got $200,000 day one, okay? Trump gets elected. By the end of it, adjusted to inflation, not nominal value. Nominal value could be you had $200,000, now it's $300,000, but inflation, that $200,000 today is $280,000, so you really only made $20,000. Gotcha. What matters is this, right? This is why sometimes people get treasury bills because they'll say it's net 5%, and no taxes. So you're not going to have to pay the taxes. So adjusted to inflation, you have $200,000, okay?
Now on the right side.
On the right side, adjusted to inflation.
Holy crap.
Years later, under him, adjusted to inflation, you have 29%, 4 years later, which means your $200,000 is now $258,000. But under Biden, your $200,000 adjusted to inflation is up only 1% to $202,000. You had $56,000 more under Trump than you did under Biden. Now, to be fair, and we go time to time, let's just say that's 16% to 1%. Your $200,000 is $232,000 adjusted to $202,000. Regardless, you have more money, your money growing under Trump than you do with Biden because Biden's still got a few more months to live.
And this data is coming from the Federal Reserve Board, so it's coming from our government. This is not an independent right-wing news source here, Vinny. This is our government stats staring you in the face. And Walmart talking about it in the quarterly report, Pat, of how bad it is for people, that wealthier people are leaving Whole Foods and coming down to Walmart.
For those of you guys that are competing to be at the dinner with us at Casa D'Angelo, which I was the other night, and then have cigars with us afterwards, conversation, having all the Menectors come together, here's what the race is looking like. Rob, can you zoom in a little bit for the lightweight? Really, Davis took over the lead, 198. These are people that at the beginning of the contest that started April 16th had never been on the app. They just downloaded it. They just started getting Menect of them answering questions. These are 198 completed answers to questions. Davis is number one. Then it's Santino. Then it's Puva. But by the way, we're going to go to the website because there's a lot of competition behind him. Middleweight, Fernando's got the lead with 105. Then it's Michael, then Parsa. And then heavyweight, not even close. Dustin is ahead, 286. Calvin Doctor, 156. Comotor plays 120. Look at home team and just dominating.
Vinny, what are you doing out there?
I love you.
Crushing.
502,
I
then
love
Tom, then Adam. And then new users asking questions. Tyler Huff, good for you for asking 185 questions. Goran Surbeski, 123. Eddie, 121. Dustin, existing. Holy moly, look at that, 895.
Here's my guy.
Sir John, I see you, 771. Ozzy Gomez, 276. Here's what you have to realize. These are all the QR codes for us. However, this is the most important data I'll tell you. My entire life story was from being one contact away from my life changing. I'm one contact away from life changing, whether it's business, health, marriage, relationship, finance, it doesn't matter. On email, if you send a cold email to somebody, the response rate is less than 1%. Instagram DM, it's less than 3%. Twitter is 5%. LinkedIn is 8 to 12%. I got the report yesterday. Tom, did you see the report on what percentage of people on Menect respond? Do you know what percentage of experts answer questions on Menect?
Can I guess?
Write it down on a piece of paper, and then, Tom, tell us what it is.
Okay, I can't enter a contest to guess because I know what the number is.
But just say it. What's the number?
94%.
I put 94.
94% of people answer Menect questions. So, and a lot of people answer within 24 hours. I answer within 24 hours, and mine are audio, so are Vinny, so are Tom. Adam, we'll get back to you, but it's.
I will. But he's on a boat. He's in Miami.
But here's
guys,
the point.
got to give him some credit.
Guy wants to talk about politics. You don't like what Cuomo said? Menect him. You want to talk to Candace? Menect her.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.